A chilly and rather windy Saturday. Spring cleaning was the name of the game in downtown Quincy this morning. Today marked the 5th annual Quincy District Cleanup. Residents came out and supported the efforts to beautify the downtown area. Participants arrived around 10 a.m. provided with bags and gloves. They were then given a section of the downtown area to clean. Platt Daddy's Barbecue teamed up with Quincy Brewing Company and catered lunch to all who participated.
So today, anyone who does the cleanup gets Platt Daddy Barbecue, which obviously maybe they get a taste of something they don't normally do, and it's a way for businesses kind of to band together and, give support to volunteers.
Event coordinator Tierney Craig says downtown cleanups are open to the public. She encourages all to come participate, and past participants have also earned community service hours. Well, in celebration of